I am.
Tell me what happened last time.
Oh, we began with shocking news, as news of Sigmund's death began to spread, having been found sleeping and not waking up, essentially. His room undisturbed, him looking like he's just in slumber, but his heart does not beat, apparently, as everyone, the world got to moving, apparently, as Ira being tasked, and the closest one people would trust with such a job was identifying any type of anything else that could have caused his death, making sure there's no foul play at hand. Um, as Alara and Theodore and Mother's mother, Laura, got the news about it as well and responded accordingly. Ira, examining the body, was able to see that there was not a lot to give away the assassination attempt. Outside of course, her foreknowledge and her ability with magic, more likely a sleep spell, poison, possibly as well, but it was clean and quickly done, all very professional. The only witness, if there was one, is the Mambara sleeping at the corner, seemingly not at all bothered by what was going on. As Hartford came in, prepared to move forward in his plans now, to prepare now that he doesn't have his brother in the way. As he left the room quickly, and the Mambari seemingly following him. Outside of that, there was also, as Hartford was going towards the gates, with Chasen and elves and such still with the gates open and being allowed in, he wanted to greet them and have a chat, essentially. As on his way there, Dala stopped him to give her condolences, as well as come to an understanding about what's going to happen next. As Hartford seems to be willing to open up his manor to the elves, to make sure they have a place to sleep, and he still has his plans to go forward to ensure some form of change for everyone here in Wolverton. Yeah. And of course, she apologized a bit for the fumble with the elven assassins, but Hartford seemed to take it in stride, saying that they will be useful and we can't say no to new and wonderful allies, essentially. As we made our way towards the gate, Adala following him, a bit surprised about the Mabari, and Hartford seeming not having a clue about why I was following him around. Regardless, we all met to speak with him and see what we can do. As Theodore was there with Gerald, a bit concerned about the number of refugees, especially since they were chasing, but with Lord Hartford coming there to talk and convene, it seemed that they didn't have to worry about too many horrible things happening, hopefully. Laura, on the other hand, was preparing for a funeral, as she did stop by to talk with Ira to see if there was any news, but nothing that would show that it wasn't just, probably died in sleep of natural causes. As she prayed to the Maker and maybe asking for safety and passage for poor Sigmund's soul, a voice spoke to her. A voice saying that it was the Maker itself here to give her comfort as well as an opportunity to save Sigmund's life, and showing her a vision about his death, the assassination, the face of Hartbert's overlooking his brother with dagger raised, and giving all she needs to know, and ask if she wishes to get the tools to save Sigmund. She nods, agreeing to the Maker, because why would she say no? She went to Sigmund and prayed over his body, and by some miracle, he woke up. Surprised, confused, a bit angry, more so when she told him about the whole thing with Hartford, but alive nonetheless, at least from her point of view, as he got up and marched his way to the castle, not at all concerned about anyone being surprised he was alive, as she followed, trying to calm him down and more likely not succeeding, as he went to go grab his sword. And while news of such a wonder, or at least seeing the Reverend Mother and Sigmund walking about, got to Theodore immediately, as he tried to keep it quiet, grab his brothers, and go deal with the situation as some people look onward. Though it was, I believe, Adala who was given the news, as she went to tell Hartford, who was talking with Ira. I said we were discussing with Chasen. Apparently he was giving him a deal about staying here and learning to be a part of some army or things like that. Something he wasn't offering to the rest of the villagers, as Adala asked, but only to the Chasen and elves. It seems his distrust of the other villagers still exists. He won't, of course, treat them unwell, but he doesn't trust them with such a position, we'll say. As well as his plans with Ira about the merchants. Like, there'll be people who can stay, of course, but those who leave, well, they won't need their stuff anymore. Not with this world of darkspawn and blights and such. and if we need to take it by force, we can do so. Just gotta decorate it up a bit, much to Ira's concern. She did warn him to be careful and not to cut off the entire villagers entirely. Though Harpert seems to have doubts about that. Regardless, after being told about what exactly happened with, Sigmund, he implored Adala and Ira to go and follow, take a few men as they rushed off to go deal with the situation. I think as well before that, there was a situation where Ira also mentioned Gwyneth to him, as the hound was creeping out a bit, and he seemed to realize that she was a shapeshifter. If she's a shapeshifter, there's only one place she could be, as he looks to her, probably a little bit more resigned now. But regardless, Adala and Ira rushed off to figure out what the hell's going on, if this whole thing with Sigmund is true or not, or what crazy nonsense is this, as whispers and rumors and terror were spreading. Getting towards a little bit afterwards or behind with Theodore and his Templars as they confronted Alar, who seemed to be pleased and trying to show that Sigmund's alive by the Maker's will, that it's all well, much to the party's concern and surprise, as Adala asks a few leading questions that revealed she believed that the Maker spoke with her, that they spoke with her and gave her the opportunity to bring Sigmund back to life through his will, as she was, chosen for such a task. And, Sigmund beside her was getting more and more agitated, believing that these people are also sent by his brother, or at the very least also here to cause harm to their person. And eventually a fight broke out, as Adala and Ira ducked for cover, and Sigmund and the Templars and whoever else was in that room went to battle. It ended with the Templars succeeding, of course, re-dead Sigmund, and a dead mother as well, as everyone looked on in various degrees of feelings about the situation, with Harpert coming in with an elven escort at that, to see the end of this battle. As, he gave orders, take care of the body, let the people know, do what you will, and we must move on, essentially. As the Templars moved and prepared for that. Though, the Templar's problem and situation probably will get a bit worse. Now that they've lost their Reverend Mother, they don't have anyone else to replace her right now. And Theodore would come to find out that their lyrium supply has been completely and entirely depleted. Sometime during their fight with Sigmund, it was taken. And they had nowhere else to go, as they went to tell Lord Harpert, who seemed to react calmly, saying that there are things that can be done, as well as the fact that, your chantry's a bit empty. I'm sure we can use that as well. Maybe hinting to a deal being made in a not so comfortable manner. But Theodore was probably able to gain some feeling of understanding that he's in the back foot here. As plans move forward. I believe Harpert even mentioned to Ira his plan to go through Lothering, as well as his plan to use a demon army to give them time to deal with the Darkspawn. Much to her shock and horror and caution, she wants to find a better plan, but we'll have to take time to research, as Harpert seemed to be set on his ways. Even when she went off to talk to Serana, who seemed to think it's, of course, insane, but it means a wild time altogether, and she seems more excited to see where this goes than anything else. And even with her research, she was not able to find a better solution in the frame that they had, and had to concede with Harpert's plan. The rest, the Chasen and the elves, seem to come with a better, relationship, as Adala worked to make sure that they can coexist, as Harpert's plan is to have them do some bit of banditry, and using the Chasen to help train the elves, will make sure the villagers aren't aware, as we were able to put on some war paint, go off into the night, and kill any of the merchants and take their things. Everyone dealing with them in different degrees of responses, some worse than others, Caitlin being okay with everything else. And those who weren't, Adala tried to make sure were okay, as she also stepped in, deciding to also be there with her people, no matter how dirty this all gets. And I believe as days pass, Harpert made it known that he plans to go to Lothering and take his army with him, or the few armies he has with the Chasing the Elves, and asked Adala as well, when they talk to come with, to appease some of those elves who are left in Lothering, hopefully so. She isn't aware of the full plan, but she seems to trust Harpert in this regard, as I believe it's the Templars who are also coming as well to hopefully get some Lyran supply, I think is the aim. Adala with her people and their army as well. And of course, Ira, who's going to be there with him. And his new Mabari best friend. And I think it ended there with with them on their way to Lothering. I think that was the last scene.
Oh, I mean, yes. Army. I.e.,
Everyone.
like 60 people.
Listen, it's still a fighting force.
Listen, the plan is to go to Lothering. Nobody has left yet.
That's true. It takes at least 2 different major cannons quests for that shit to happen.
But yeah, the plan is for you to be underway. So, not sure if there's anything you or Theodore want to do before you march out. So yeah, the coming 3 days, Chastened will keep showing up at the gates. Elves will keep showing up at the gates, and listen, some merchants will not move north. Some will decide to stay back and actually, after selling some of their supplies here, proceed back to Lothering to discuss on how you can establish proper trade routes. Mac cutting out for everyone or just me?
He is.
No.
You need to cut off your scream too.
Mac, alive?
Oh no, they took him.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, if I do calculations, no, it is a bit of a fighting force.
Yeah.
3 days. I think have a fighting force. You're gonna say something, Mac?
Is it better now? First of all?
Yes.
Okay, good. No, he was Theodore was just trying to help organize the chasing refugees and make sure order is maintained at the Chandri.
Yeah, like in 3 days, fucking a lot of them start flowing through as they like the first day. The ones that arrive will actually head back to confirm, hey guys, it's actually for real, for real.
They want
As
Josh Nash. It's actually
dozens of Chastened and elves will be streaming in.
Yeah, he will make sure to organize it. The wounded and the children will get priority access to the space.
Well, obviously, there's plenty of fighting individuals that will venture out, of course, because unfortunately you won't be able to like house everyone. So there will have to be actual like tents and like there will be a small sort of refugee area that is gonna like be set up, not necessarily to like house the injured, but like house all the newcomers that don't really have space in town, the injured and the more like prone to sickness, like children, will be housed either at the Lord's Manor or the Chantry. Have been fully given to these people. A couple of individuals will be able to be housed at the barracks, but that's a much limited space. As this is, you know, Gerald will have a field day with so many fucking people around. Gonna be unmanageable soon. Were you told about the Lothering plan?
Who, Theodore? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
After he had to tell them about the lyrium.
Yeah, listen, it might be a bit easier when you march out. There'll be like less people to manage. But this is a powder keg right now, Theodore. Maintained by hopes, dreams, and desperation.
He will try to help Gerald as much as possible to keep order
But
until the chasing.
there's nothing else though in 3 days you want to do.
No.
All right. Well, the 4th day, as there's a lot of people out ready to march. We'll see. Hartbert is out and about with his Mubari hound. As well, that's why you come in, Dahlia. You and you are sort of the linchpin right now.
Oh, gotcha.
I haven't seen Ira in the last day, but she's been busy with other things.
I'm sure she's doing important work. It's a wild time.
So, as your take, 150 or so people are about to march out. Yes, they will have recovered. Actually, no. No, actually,
Okay, I'll put him back down. There you go.
Especially if you've like been moving around and helping now. You need like more than like 3 days. You can like have magic, unfortunately. That will solve so many issues. But it could just heal you. Alas. As well, this will be a bit of a march, and not sure, Theodore, how disciplined this will be, but can only hope. If there's any conversations before you leave.
Outside of Adala making sure things are in place for when she goes, presumably. I'm not sure if she's aware of anyone else of her, of like is Caitlin's coming or going, basically. Colwyn, sorry,
I don't know,
Colwyn.
you keep calling her Caitlin, Ren.
Sorry, it's the KA, and that's my brain is just like, yeah, Caitlin. Colwyn. Is Colwyn coming along with as well, I assume?
Yeah.
Or is she staying?
No, she's part of the fighting force now.
Gotcha. Yeah, outside of making sure there are things in place when she's gone for a while, and Harper already told her what the plan is, so I don't think she needs to bother him.
We'll notice the distinct lack of Ira, but
yeah, I think she will ask, not expecting an answer, but ask if Ira will be joining at a later time, or is she off, presumably doing some other task.
we'll kind of like say, here's she's fallen sick.
Ah.
I have to stay behind until she gets better. Hopefully, no social join us.
Very well. Or do you think that I'll be all right? I understand that. I assume it's obvious to Adalia that Ira has a much better camaraderie with the Chasen, or did she not witness that at all?
No, absolutely, you know that. She's like the one who spread the news to them.
Gotcha. I assume things will be well with the Chasen. She seems to, at the very least, they seem to trust her a great deal.
You understand what's at stake? Cooperate. Loved ones will be in danger.
I see. Well, at the very least, I hope we are not too late when we get to Lothering. I've only heard rumors and hearsay, so.
It's about a day's march. Imperial Highway is Makes the road much easier.
Very well then. I'll prepare my people as best I can. And she will say goodbye to Hartford and begin that process.
As say your goodbye as your aunt will. Take care of yourself, alright?
I will.
Don't want to hear any bad news.
I think all will be well. At the very least, there'll be less headaches to deal with, hopefully. Be careful.
Smile and nod. Give you one last hug.
Yeah, she hugs her goodbye and goes on her way.
Yeah, you'll begin this rather forced march. 60 or so miles of walking. Begin early in the morning with the sunrise, and one will watch as the militia departs, wagons and all, alongside with merchants and other people. It will be a journey to be made, regardless. Meanwhile, somewhere across plains, Anissa, you and well, a couple of other knights alongside Fergus Kuzland survived a great ordeal as you were ambushed in the Kari Wilds. Luckily, a couple of the locals did manage to rescue you, fish you out from the swamp, and nurse you back to health. Or they would have informed you of the disaster and the fact that the horde is sweeping through the wilds. Such they and many other people will eventually move out. Well, more or less get away from this, from the Darkspawn themselves. As even if they don't encounter the monsters themselves, the land itself is being tainted and poisoned. Makes survival quite hard. As after being nursed back to health, Fergus would have decided that it is time you make your way up north to hopefully figure out exactly what's been going on, as it's been like 6 or so since the battle, and well, you're not really sure what's happened, as information is more or less non-existent up here. The Chased have no idea anything other than the fact that Ostergar is now burning. As you would have made your way out of the swamps and using the road, you would have been marching up north. And the signs would be clear, as you are gonna encounter like abandoned villages and, well, places that used to be populated farmlands that people seem to just have left. There'll be plenty of signs that large amounts have been moving up north, as so you following their tracks. Listen, even in this dire situation, Fergus, ever the optimist, hasn't given up on hope. Believes surely there's something, an explanation will lie eventually. If there's any conversations you would like to have with him on the way to, well, Lodering, that is the closest large populated town.
Yeah, she would probably catch him while marching. So what's the plan now?
Well, to be frank, need to figure out what exactly happened. Hopefully, someone in Lothering will be able to at least explain the situation to us. After that, we get our bearings and either move north to Highever or Denerim. Surely, sounds by the looks of it, there's plenty of people who've survived the battle. And see what the king has next in plan. The Grey
think it's
Wardens
gonna
are
be-
legendary warriors. Surely they have all perished in the battle.
Oh no, I mean they are legends.
After that, we regroup, we strike back at the Darkspawn. I don't think surrender is an option. Not for anyone in this case.
I agree. I mean, Darkspawn must be fought, and it needs to happen soon. I mean, the longer we wait, the worse it's gonna get.
I concur. Don't worry, Nissa will... It was only a momentary setback. Sure, well, I know the king is not a man that surrenders easily. Him and the other lords, as far as we're aware, Arl Eamon wasn't even at Ostagar, so even if the army was smashed, he still has his forces intact. Well, hopefully, father survived the fight. I believe between him, Baron Loghain, Arl Eamon, I think the king has plenty of competent advisors to guide him through this tumultuous time.
Just gonna smile. Yeah, I'm sure it's all gonna work out.
Smile and nod. We are about half a days away from Lothering. Suppose that will answer all our questions and give us more wisdom for the future.
Let's hope so. I mean, maybe we even find some survivors there.
Well, surely Lothering is not like these hamlets. As a wall, as a castle. Surely couldn't have fallen. And see, like, sort of thinks about it and says, if it has, I suppose that will also be an answer in and of itself.
I guess we have to see then.
He'll nod and continue going. Eventually, sure, everything that awaits you at Lothering will be fine.
I'm sure.
As you march into town. Well, unlike in the video game, the bandits will not in fact stop a bunch of fucking armed clans. Very off the road as you approach the town. You will immediately see like dozens of like propped up tents, and you see like a very tired looking Templar just kind of sitting by the gate, watching the road. He notices you and Fergus approach. As I'll say, halt. Who goes there? Fergus will step forward and says, my name is Fergus Kuzland, and these are my knights. What has happened? The Templar just kind of shakes his head and said, my lord, have you not heard the news from Ostgar? The army, the king, is dead. Sir Logain has marched up north with Denerim, and many other bands have joined him, including the one from here. You may speak with the revered mother if you have more needs, but we are brimming with refugees. Not much aid left to be offered here, my lord. Like, Dix says, no. Use whatever little supplies you have to those that need them. We'll manage on our own, as he glances back at you and the rest of the men. We'll find our way around here. See if there's any aid we can provide. The Templar will nod. Let's throw into town and kind of glance at you and be like, suppose that's not good news, is it now?
Sadly not. I mean, we can hope. Hope that at least some made it out.
He kind of glances around. You do notice a distinct lack of guards. There's like, just like you see, like another 1 or 2 Templars going around, talking to people and like coordinating refugees. This town looks like it's been left to its own. All right, we'll head to the tavern, find something to get some rest, and suppose we'll see tomorrow what brings. They might need some immediate help here. If not, suppose we should go to Denerim and speak with the Tern. His march up north. Surely he has a plan. Listen, at the tavern, we might be able to talk with a bit of the locals, figure out what's the general vibe. I'm like getting glances around. It's like people are not doing well here.
Of course, my lord. I mean, if we can be of help here, we should definitely provide it.
Odd. Go right to the tavern. See a bunch of soldiers. It's a very crowded place, anyways. A bunch of refugees all kind of crammed in. Fergus will negotiate with the innkeep for some additional room. Well, get one room. All of you have to stay in, and there's clearly short supply, but luckily, you still have money on you, some money. Definitely way more than any of people here, as you're able to buy some scraps for yourselves. As you'll be able to, well, unwind a bit. It is getting closer to the evening. Is there anything you would like to do?
She's probably, after eating something, she's probably gonna go around town and see if there's anyone in immediate help.
I mean, depends. Problem is, for your skill set, you can give me secure an advantage, I guess. Wits.
Mist of imagine coming. I'm praying.
Listen, it's a weak hit. As listen, you can find some people you can aid. There's some labor, heavy labor needed, as you can help the Templars. Move some crates around, distribute some rations. But this does kind of give you an even better idea of like, holy shit, the situation here is absolutely fucking desperate. There's like a single merchant in town and he's hiked up prices to insane levels. There are very like few rations that are left from the chantry are being like handed out. This place will in fact run out of supplies in days. You don't think it's gonna last until the end of miserable here. You realize that the Lord didn't just leave this place. He took everything with him. Everything that was worth anything. And like the remaining dozen or so Templars are heavily under-equipped to handle this. Yeah.
She's probably gonna report it to Fergus.
Listen, by the time you come back later in the evening, I can't tell him why. No, I say, well, this is about as I expected. I guess why we need to. I don't even know what to do.
I mean, there's several things we could do. I mean, we could stay here and help the people. I mean, I guess we can try to go out hunting. I don't know if that would work out.
About our own people. Till there's nobody knows anything about Father or our forces. Likely, only place I feel like we can get answers if we head back to Highover or Denerim.
I mean, we can go there as well. Sure.
Listen, we'll rest today, and tomorrow I think it's time we... Not that much time to lose here.
She's just gonna nod.
Are there any conversations Idalia or Theodore have on the road to Lothering Marsh?
I can't think of any. Just probably small talk. Maybe Adalia, because I'm not sure if Adalia ever made it as far as Loathing on her travels at all.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
You went beyond Lothering even, like what?
Yeah, I didn't know because I was gonna ask if she was gonna ask any more details about Lothering, that's Lord essentially, or basically mostly just small talk. I can think right now.
So who are you talking to? Who are you asking this?
Oh, I was just gonna ask either Theodore, who I assume is more worldly traveled at the very least, his thoughts on Lothering as a whole. But if it's something she's already done or seen, then she would just do small talk.
Well, there's a difference between because you can't just open the wiki page. There's different people who know different things. You've seen Lothering, but that doesn't mean you know like its politics, it's like history or anything. You've seen it's in dire need of assistance, like literally everything everywhere else.
Yeah, I guess I get that. I said this is just an opportunity for the dollar to try to get in contact with Theodore in a friendly manner. It was my whole thing
You
here.
know what? I
Uh,
think that should be a conversation you two should have. Oh, I want to see this.
okay. Um, yeah, she would probably go to Theodore and, uh, Sir Theodore.
Lady Dahlia.
Uh, I don't think you should call me lady at the very least. I'm far from such a title. But I wanted to ask you your thoughts on Lothering.
What about specifically?
Well, at the very least, you have some opinions on it. Have you been there before? Have you seen its people or walked amongst them? I know there's a chantry there, and I know the people are struggling, but before all this, before all the war and the struggles and everyone suffering.
Town like many others, traveled through it. The thing I know is probably struggling compared to Wolverton. I saw the Lord's banner move north with most of the military force. I know Sir Bryant has there's a larger detachment there.
That's true. It is saddening at the very least to know that even amongst tragedies that people don't band together, the Lord just left. I wonder who he plans to come back to, if he ever does plan to return. There's no one to stop the darkspawn spread. His home will be poisoned, or at least from what I've heard of the darkspawn, everything they touch dies. His people will, I don't think they'll easily forgive if there's any left when he returns to work his lands and such. Such thoughts bother me. At the very least, it seems so short-sighted.
Well, by law, they'll still be his lands. There'll be refugees in the future. And once, it will simply be rebuilt. Probably with most lords probably hunkering down in Denerim.
Well, at the very least, I guess that's the most pragmatic way to think about it. But hopefully this isn't rude. Is there a particular reason why the Templars are marching with us to Lothering as well? I know that your fighting abilities farly outweigh anyone else here, but are you planning to help out the Chantry, or?
Seeing as most of Lord Winter's men are dead and the professional military force are gone, I'm simply doing my duty to the people.
That's most kind of you.
Not the first time that hey, listen here. Theodore's not proud of that. Shas here. So we will not explain the deal that someone stole the fucking lyrium. But yeah, as we say, the first time in history, Templars had to deal with profane matters. Times of crisis demands action from all.
That's true. At the very least, I have concerns as anyone else does. I hope this goes well, and I do hope there are people we can save when we get that back. I don't know how you feel about well, thank you for opening your home up to the Chasen, for your chantry up to the Chasen. What do you say, Mac? I cut you off there.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Simply not it's our duty to help the needy.
That's good to see. Even with the predicament you find yourself in, your loss of your river mother, I'm not sure how the procedure is for when you don't have one of those. But thank you for still remembering that your duty is still to the people.
Right now, we have bigger news to worry about than ecclesiarchal bureaucracy.
Hmm,
I'm not
sure.
sure if I doubt. I'm not sure about the courier services right now. It'd be a waste to send someone up to cable runner up to Denerim. And even if we did, right now there's no one else available.
True enough. And I don't know if communication will be continued a thing. If the darkspawn threat still grows, we may eventually be unable to cross our borders without facing horrors beyond imagination. Oh. At the very least, hopefully when we get to Loathing, it'll be a step for new beginnings and all that.
I'm willing to tell.
She just nods and smiles. We won't tell people the magic man.
Fine. Yeah, as you see it in the distance, sort of the walls and especially the large amount of tents. This place also has plenty of desperate refugees. Probably people that were in such a war state that they couldn't even travel. As Hartpert sort of cart is gonna be like the first one. And presumably you will be at the front as well. He'll gesture for you to approach him. Theodore, I need you to seek out your mother and explain the situation. Don't want to see them watch an army walk in. You have done that. Come back and tell us.
What have we done, my lord? As yes, Fyodor will approach the town.
Yeah, you and your fellow Templars like walk. The Templar at the gate's gonna look a bit surprised. Like you'll see him like relax a bit. He's like sees you. He does see in the distance like 150 people with weapons. Say, hail there, brother. What's going on?
Come here with the retinue of Lord Winter. We are here to. He's intended to provide assistance to Lothering in regards to the Darkspawn threats, and thinks cooperation is the best course of action.
Kind of like almost stunned. And wait, he's coming here to help?
As he will nod. I want to speak, if possible, with Sir Bryant and the revered mother. I think he was a deployed commander in this area, if I recall correctly.
Yes. He's in the chantry.
Also want to warn you, brother, that the militia force is a bit unconventional.
Kind of like slowly nod and say, "Well, listen, they're here to help. I'm not gonna turn down anyone."
My thoughts exactly. Just be prepared for if you see what's chasing.
He'll nod. Theodore, it's not the Chasen he's gonna have an issue with. I'll be honest. They've seen Chasen here before.
Yeah, it's the elf, the elves, and also the armed elven militia. Yeah.
The elves do outnumber the Chasened as well.
Yeah. We don't know about the Dales yet. Actually, know about the 5 Dales. Well equipped. Actually, the fucking Dales are also here.
Like I
But,
said,
yeah.
it's not the Chasen they're gonna ask questions about. But yeah,
Yeah. We need to talk to Sir Brian Dan, the Reared Mother.
yeah, you approach the chantry. You will find him sort of like talking to a couple of the sisters as he like sees you walk in. Like dismiss them and will say, I don't think you're from around here.
No, I'm usually I'm assigned to the chantry in Wolverton.
Ah, what brings you all the way out here?
I came with the local lord, Lord Winter. He intends to work together and provide some assistance. He came here with a large militia force to help hold the line against the Darkspawn. There's also a few merchants along his retinue.
Why? If I may ask. Don't want to look ungrateful. Seems bizarre.
The new young Lord Winter is a bit bold and unconventional in his approach.
That
If I were to,
doesn't answer the question.
If I were to guess, he wants to hold the Darkspawn off here to prevent them from marching down onwards towards Wolverton.
I'll kind of like chuckle and like shakes it like, is this your idea of a joke, sir? Ragtag band of militia is gonna hold the Darkspawn when the king's army had to flee? See, we're doomed. Tell your mad lord he can take his army and something else. I will not entertain this foolish notion. I have actual things to do. Excuse me.
As you look around as you turn to the Brian there. Even if the young lord is a fool, the man can still serve to assist in keeping the peace. The guards are gone and the
Why
Lowlands
don't you give
banners
me
are gone.
secure advantage with wits?
See, I have 6 momentum, luckily.
Like, sir, I don't.
Listen, Fear doesn't believe it too, but he has seen it, so listen, he understands.
Sounds like you're. Sounds like you're insane. Actually, it's like what? Sir, how are you
Brother,
gonna hold a Darkspawn with a fucking?
I don't know either. Actually, we won't. Listen, Fear doesn't believe it either.
Yeah.
So we could.
Kind of like he wants
I'm gonna be honest,
to give us the supplies, I suppose. Use the wagons to maybe transport some of the refugees up north. Do actually some useful things instead of this vain attempt at glory?
I'll relay the message.
Do that.
As yeah, he will head back to Harper then.
Listen,
Is
while you're
this-
out there, you're out there. Dahlia, you're next to Harport as you see like Theodore and other Templars walking away, and he's God's successor.
Well, if they're smart, it'll go smoothly, but I've always found out most people aren't smart even during crises. You may have some pushback, maybe egos bruised, maybe no one believing you, or the very least assuming you're a fighting force.
I was about to say. Happy. Come in and
Possibly. But the options they have are. She kind of looks around a bit. They don't have many options. Their lord has abandoned them. Their people are either sick or dying, or they're losing rations. And unless they are prepared to leave, which also has its many problems, there's not much else they can really do. I assume you just want to make sure we have a smooth relationship to make this easier for everyone. But you don't really necessarily have to have one to get things done either.
suppose just walk in. Stop us.
True enough. And if they see the results of helping people, they may also change their tune. It seems like there's no hope anywhere right now in this place, and these people surely need it.
Suddenly hear this loud booming, not from that far away. Harpert also like glances in that direction. Flash of light can be seen in the distance for a brief second.
What is that?
Serana sort of comes around and want us to check that? Harper will nod. Please, if you will. Like, lets out a sharp whistle as songboards begin to mobilize. Not sure if you're gonna go with them or not. It's up to you.
Yeah, she will ask if it's all right if she goes with, at the very least. She knows she's not a fighter, so she doesn't want to get in the way.
I mean, yeah, listen, you can still tag along and stay a bit behind them.
She'll excuse herself from Hartford and hopefully bring some news about what's going on as she goes to follow.
Yeah, you sort of go over this like small hill. And see on the other side, it's like grass has been scorched. As like one body that's clearly been like completely charred. There's like, see in the distance like two men just running away as this young woman is on the ground, sort of clearly like short of breath, panicked. As Serna's gonna like move in a bit closer. It's like, hey, easy there, easy. Don't plan on hurting you. Who are you?
My name is Idalia. We've came with our lord has come here to help Lothering as best as we can. Are you all right? She kind of looks. I'm not sure if there's any like bruises or anything like that going on right now.
Well, no, she just looks very scared.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm fine.
This corpse, did you have a hand in that, or?
Oh, no, I don't. I just it's happened. Kind of
Of
fell
course.
back as Serana like laughs a bit. Like, that's. You have to figure out a better lie than that. It's fine. I'm not gonna rat you out to the Templars. She like looks at you, Dahlia. Right?
I do not plan to rat you out to the Templars at the very least. We're not here to cause harm, we're here to help. And it seems like you find yourself in a very... Well, do you have a place to go? Do you need us to escort you?
Family has a farmhouse that's not far away. She like kind of gets up to go and buy some things from town.
Oh, hey, you've been shaken badly. If nothing else, we can make sure you get escorted there safely. It may not be best for if your family is so far out from the town, it might be best for you to be a little bit closer. We have rations and hopefully food and safety for you.
Who are you?
I said, my name is Adalia. I have come with my lord Wolverton. We're from Wolverton with our forces. We brought rations and food. And we're hoping to help. Hoping to stop the Darkspawn if we can. Or at least enough to get people out safely.
Joel nods. She's still like in disbelief, and Serana will say, "Come on, it's easier if you just see it." You'll sort of guide her back as she goes over the hill and stuff, like sees the fucking long conga line of carts and elves chasing. That's an elven militia.
Well,
Who's
I hope that's not...
chasing? Where did you
Yes.
say you come from?
We come from Wolverton. And it's a lot of odd things are going around, I know. Hopefully that won't be an issue for you.
No,
What?
I've never seen. Okay, that's
Well, with new ideas and all that going around, and I don't think we can really necessarily say no to helping them out, especially with Darksign. I don't think they really care if we're chasing elves or what have you.
you'll nod. Bring her back to Hartford. Looks at her and are you safe? She'll nod. Serana, take her and fine. And she like looks in the distance. You will see Sir Theodore is making his way back. I suppose let's hope for good news.
And she will say goodbye to the young woman.
Well,
At
she's
the very
not like
least, well,
leaving. She's just kind of like taking her off to the side a bit because like Theodore is looking at like he wants to like figure out what happened with you.
Gotcha.
She's just kind of like pulling her a bit out of the way because Serana's like, those are Templars. Right this way, young apostate. Let's not stay in front of them. Yeah, Theodore, you come back and Hartford will look at you and say, "Oh, what news?"
It went about as well as I expected. It was Sir Brian was only interested in. He's very mistrustful and doubtful, and this was even without me mentioning the Elven militia. He's only interested in assistance from the merchants and evacuating refugees and that kind.
Oh, Fyodor, choice is quite simple. Inform Sir Bryant that is almost nightfall upon us. As less than an hour. Down all his weapons and arms. Me and my people will be moving into the town. Taking control. Can either be part of the problem, get out of. I would rather avoid the bloodshed. I would rather all of us fight the Darkspawn instead of each other.
Surely, at the very least, this is not a man who can't see reason. As you said yourself, Theodore, the Chantry is here also to help the people. Maybe to remind him what his duties are is the best course of action.
Fear will whirly sire. Very well done. Intimidation will be. Just it's hard to believe it is a rather from mostly the perspective, a rather insane proposition.
Tell me, you're a religious man, Theodore. Do not.
You'll not, eh?
Has the Maker ever spoken to you? Not, given recent events. But how do you know the Maker is real and not just a figment of vivid imagination, 1,000 years old?
As Firo tried to contain it, sucking like, are you questioning the holy fact and doctrine? Holy shit!
He is, in fact, in front of you right now.
Someone must have been at the start of all things.
Any concrete proof? Is it just, at the end of the day, faith keeps Chantry going to its darkest moments?
Why are you doing this with this Lord Winter?
Did you say?
What are you trying to say, Lord Winter?
Trying to say that the only thing that I expected at the very least Chantry to provide, if cannot help the people, not guide the people, the very minimum I expected people from the Chantry to have faith. Yet you seem to be lacking in that as well. Truly is swinging your sword around the only thing you know, sir? Was Andraste a warrior or was she a leader? Was she a commander or someone who inspired people? Silly educating you on doctrines of your own faith, sir. And yet, speak with such doubt that I am quite baffled.
As I'll try to inform Sir Brian, and hopefully he will. I don't.
If nothing else, here and now, we've offered. Lord Harper has offered for aid and help. That is still true.
Will nod. What are you gonna do, Sir Theodore?
Well, there's no other option to try to convince Sir Brian because Harper's going in no matter what. Hopefully, you can convince him to please. Listen, listen. He tried to do the nice approach, but he said like, listen, maybe your approach of like, Sir Brian, we need to survive this. He's a greedy power max who will power max, and we don't have the power to fight him.
Sir
And it's
Brian,
gonna put.
he does have. Now we may be the best fighters, but there's a lot of them and not that many of us.
Yeah, he will try to do this angle. Yes, he will approach Sir Brian again.
As you'll see Theodore leave with his Templars. Also look a bit shocked at this fucking thing.
Yeah, Sir Brian. Theodore will, as they walk off, we're just gonna move along with it.
Follow your command, sir.
Right now we are outnumbered and fighting each other right now is pointless.
Kind of like nod. Yeah, Idalia, you see them walk. I'm not sure if you have any reaction after they left.
Yeah, she does. Is that a wise thing to do, my lord?
Antagonize the Templars.
Yes.
Maybe not. Does bring me a bit of joy, though. They were never gonna be our allies long term, regardless.
Do you have such disdain for the Chantry then?
Find their it's quite limited nowadays. They are a sad echo of what Andraste once was.
At the very least, they're not in. I assume Grunt, based on news about what happened with the Reverend Mother, has traveled into our little village, right? Our town, at the very least.
A lot of people saw her walking down the streets with a
Everybody's-
resurrected corpse.
And then,
It's
and then,
more
and-
like
Everyone
what's the sentiment
knows.
for
Idalia,
five-
everyone knows.
and
Everyone's
then
like,
five-
what?
my next question is, what is the sentiment with the town once they found out that, like, oh yeah, she
They're
got
like
possessed,
in
and
disbelief. They're like, they
Yeah.
don't know she was possessed
gotcha.
because that's a very technical thing. But like, they're like, she was walking around with the resurrected corpse of our Lord. That's fucked. That's holy. That's fucked.
Gotcha. Because like I said, I want to know what the town sentiment with the Templar and Chantry is right now, essentially.
They're like afraid. They're confused. Doubt has spread like wildfire.
Gotcha. Well, at the current moment, at least for us, the Chantry doesn't have much in the way of happy light. I'm not too sure how well they've been doing here. At the very least, it seems they're the only fighting force this town has. And hopefully they can understand that cooperation is far better than antagonism.
Need the Templars. Soldiers. Dear mothers. Not. Don't need them.
Very well. And, my lord, I will... The young girl who came with us, I believe she is a mage as well. There might be more hidden among the villages and such. I hope that, I want to make sure you're aware.
Yeah, he'll kind of like gesture for Strand to bring her to him. Name. Bethany, my lord. Jim, you've heard the exchange. Your people here have given up hope. I understand that to ask faith in these dark times is a tall order. I promise you. There are ways we can survive this. I need to have people inside, not push back. Well, nods. Surely you, as one of the locals, have a bit more insight. As he gestures for one of the carts, says, medicine, food. These are things your town desperately needs. Not vain platitudes and, well, faithless Templars. What would you ask in return for? Cooperation. They're to be handed out for free. A merchant, companions in the back, nothing more, and like the profiteers that still might plague your area, they are here to do proper business, not exploit you further. She is looking a bit incredulous at all. Understand, kindness is a rare thing in the world, so one sees it. They assume many hidden intentions behind it. He like gestures for like his like messed up leg. He'll say, I know how it is to feel defenseless, powerless. Feel hope drain from every part of your body. Try yourself sleep each night. Which is why I want help. Think you better than everyone. Understand that way forward is paved. Those who can not only think unconventionally, but will not spit on a helping hand. Like, nods at that. Need you, Bethany, to spread this around the village. I think the people should know what their Templars are deciding for them. Let them make the decision instead. Oh, nod. Rana, make sure she gets home safe. So, nod and, well, let's go. Unless there's anything else you want to add, Adalia.
Mostly just, if nothing else, Bethany, please think on what I said earlier. It might be better to move your family a bit closer to the town with things going on as they are.
Sort of just glances in the direction of town, and Hartford will add, don't worry about Templars. Won't be a problem for you any longer. You just, it's like a split second, Idalia, as he sort of like just kind of snaps his fingers and like a small spark just kind of flies out as she goes wide-eyed, and Serana just puts her hand on her shoulder and be like, okay, show's over, I'll explain things on the way, as she's like guiding her away. Only you saw this, Idalia, the rest of them are way too in the back.
Gotcha. She's probably a little wide-eyed as she glances at Hartford.
You gonna report me?
That would be a bit of a hypocrite on my part, my lord. I haven't done so far for any of the magically inclined people I've met. It's
Appreciate your trust.
You've earned it, my lord. You've done far more for those I care about than anyone else has ever done. How have you always been a mage?
5 years now. It's hierarchy.
Lady Ira. Ah, it all makes sense now.
On that, for me, Father brought her in to heal my affliction. Turns out it's not a worldly affliction to be. Spirits of fade often get angry. Sometimes they lash out. They're very, very persistent.
I see. Well, this may explain some things. And I'm going to be honest, my lord, it doesn't really change much of what's going on right now. It's just a new facet of your being that I must, well, I've just learned.
He'll nod, say, considering you'll be in charge of this place,
Are we... What?
I wasn't joking. Somebody needs to deal with Darkspawn. Don't think I was gonna send the militia in so early.
I would have hoped not.
Somebody
I was
needs to
putting
fight
faith-
them.
That's true. But I'll be honest, my lord, you've made miracles happen here, but 60 or so of our men of the fighting force, it's a lot harder to deal with monsters beyond the Darkspawn.
Don't worry about that. Worry about running things until I return. It'll only
you think,
take me a day or two at most.
She kind of nods slowly. Do you not think there'll be a bit pushback about an elf having any type of authority over them? I'm not too sure how well people will
I hope they
be
will
taking.
push back. I hope they will be angry and they will voice out their concerns. That, well, can remember their names in the future.
I see that. Well, very well, my lord. I shall do as you ask to the best of my abilities. Hopefully, we will come back to not a smoking crater. Be bad for the resume.
Count on it. Ah, listen, Theodore, you walk through, find Sir Bryant. He kind of like looks at it and says, your gloomy face doesn't bring me much hope.
Nope, I come bringing rather dark tidings. I'm gonna be honest, Sir Bryant. We're in a very bad position.
Assume your lord didn't just bring that army for show, did he?
He will shake his hand. He will shake his head. You are correct. He may be full and insane, and probably intends to gain much from the situation. But unfortunately, even if I was to join your host, I counted roughly 150 men.
It's these nobles and their politics. You think if the blight was upon us, they would surely take a break.
He, I'm not sending this as the youngest son. He always was the least looked upon favorably in town, and well, it's his opportunity to Ariza Station. I suggest for now cooperation. We can deal with it. There's nothing we can do.
He'll curse a bit. Bastard. Right. Not willing to die on this hill. Fine. Your lord wants to take over. I better see some actual supplies for the refugees.
Sphere will actually not. That he didn't certainly lie about. I actually did bring some. Quite a few for my dad.
I will inform the revered mother. I tell them they can, well, I'll warn you, the locals will not just take my word for it. A couple of them who are, well, let's say quite entitled. But, you know, that's a problem for your lord now, no longer mine.
Sphere will just nod. And this time we should just focus on Darkspawn. We can deal with, well, politics, leave it to the lords.
He'll nod as he'll turn to go tell the revered mother. Holy shit.
And Fear didn't even tell you about the Elven militia, but you know what? You're so right, Bryant. It is his job to rule the town.
The heathen army is at our gates, my lady.
You're so right, Bryant. This is Harper from to deal with. I'm a soldier.
Yeah, listen, you come, you make your way back. Harper will look at you and say, so?
You saw reason. There's no need for violence. The town is yours.
Well, nod as he'll gesture for forces to start moving in as. Oh boy.
As I feel will ask though. But perhaps it would be prudent to for now let the chasing move in, at least there. Will be a little less surprising than the other militia.
I'll turn to you slowly and say, suggesting I let people take things easy, accommodate.
It would just ensure a smoother transition. Do you mind, please, of
I
advice?
agree. I think they should see the elven forces march in first, or they hear that an elf will rule over them as my representative.
Theodore just shakes his head, but he's the guy in charge, so he said his piece.
Yeah, he'll
You,
not see your resignation. He'll just nod with a bit of a grin. You listen, Theodore. You realize there is a part of him that's like he is just kind of like throwing that like army around because it's like, well, yeah, cause me problems. I just give me an reason to execute you. There is no court now. There is no law. This is the sort of situation where you can in fact just execute people very easily.
Yeah, so he just kind of like just following orders for now. Yeah, he will try to give advice in a vain attempt to. Maybe he will listen to it sometimes, but he will not oppose it too harshly.
Yeah, no, he will unironically have Idalia and the elves march in fucking first, about as orderly of a formation as they can. As you will see, Theodore, like in Idalia, will notice, both of you will notice this fucking like weird, like completely like a combination of shock, indignation, and just complete and utter confusion. As in the inn, and Nissa, one of the knights will walk in and your room as you're like resting. It's like, you need to come out to see this. Like that, an elven army just marched in from like the east.
What do they want? And she's gonna get up.
Yeah, Fergus like, you drunk, man? Like, no, like, I don't know. I just saw them go through the gates. They're like, like it's an entire caravan.
Are they hostile?
I don't think I don't know. Fergus kind of like rubs his fucking eyes and it's like, "Eh, are they like Dalish?" He like shakes his head. And that's even. Okay, everyone, arm yourselves, get ready. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here, but I don't like this.
Yeah, and he's just gonna get ready and put your armor on.
Yeah, meanwhile, as you march into town as Sir Bryant and the Revered Mother are like there to greet you officially. As Harper will step forward, limping. Say, Knight Commander, Revered Mother, thank you for being such gracious hosts. To Sir Theodore here has explained the situation to you. As they'll both kind of like nod a bit disgruntled. Good. This is my advisor, Dahlia. She'll be handling most of the business. They both just go fucking wide-eyed. Like, Sir Brian just kind of glares at you, Theodore. Like, the sort of glare of
Theodore's
like,
also not looking
what
very
the
happy.
fuck is this, man? You don't tell me, like, what the fuck is this?
Bryant, he also told me recently, 5 seconds ago. I didn't expect this. Theodore, listen, he'll look a pitiful look. Listen, I tried my best, sir, but as he explained, this guy's not a politician.
Harper will say, seeing like this shocked looks, and there's like, yeah, there's like people around you who like hear this, and like they start whispering, like the whispers spread throughout the crowd. He like glances at the people, glances at the Revered Mother, and says, "Has everyone in this town forgotten who Andraste was? She would look upon you with disappointment." The Revered Mother is about to blow a lid.
As Theodore will try to step in and fucking like hold her back, call myself mother. He's a. I'm not here to scream. It's better to fight. Live to fight another day. He'll whisper, basically, fucking.
She like grimaces and just turns around and storms off.
Yeah, he'll talk to her later on her own. But yeah, for now, he'll make sure. So Brian also more resigned, like Theodore. Just
Sir Brian, Sir Brian, like he was like, okay, he was just baiting her. It's oh god.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, so Brian, I also didn't know about the Elven Lord. I was not told.
If nothing else, Dahlia would do a bit of a, I presume, a bow or courtesy. This is like, hello, I do not wish to cause any harm. I'm only here to help. Right now, times are, we need to come together. We have more dangerous to deal with than within.
He'll nod. I'll say that's a true sentiment. I do apologize for some more heated reactions. You can hopefully empathize a bit with them in this situation.
I understand. Times are strange now. But right now, we do not have time to dwell on old ideas. We must, like I said, we must survive what's to come. So, I hope your Reverend Mother can come around. And if she doesn't, I still intend to do my job. The people is what comes first.
He'll nod slowly. As Harper will say, "It's in your hands, Dahlia. Have need. I will."
Very well, my lord. I shall come to you if there's any concerns, but thank you.
Yeah, the forces will move into town. As
Theodore speaks to Brian and proud as after like Harper's earshot.
yes.
I'm gonna be honest, Sir Brian. Apologize. I also was surprised by the Elven Lord. He did not tell me. In fact, I believe it was his intention to Have this be a surprise.
I've changed my mind yet again. I thought he was trying to grab power. I believe your lord is just a lunatic, sir.
He is I believe from my assessment, he's on a power trip. The Winter family were never pious, but oh boy, he did speak with me about my faith, and
People are gonna very mad about this. They're not gonna accept her rule. It's gonna cause a lot of unrest.
it will, undoubtedly so. The best we can do is, but
Like takes
We
a
can
deep breath and says, "Prepare for like actual riots to start."
the best we can do is just help to douse a few of the flames, contain them somewhat, and which is my current modus operandi.
Yeah, he like nods, like right. He's struggling with the situation.
Yeah, I will also explain. Right now, I don't think the word of the law means much.
Maybe there is some hope. Just earlier today, some more survivors from Ostagar rolled in. They were wearing Kuzland symbols. The man leading them identified himself as Fergus Kuzland. Maybe you can reach out to him. Maybe he can bring order to this mess.
Unless he has his banner with him, I can speak with him.
Only a handful of knights, but his authority might. He like looks at the Chates and then the elves.
Theodore will just shake his head actually as he says his authority might.
Yeah, he like stops mid-sentence.
Yeah, he just takes his... Lord Winter does not care much for tradition. In fact, he scoffs at it, so well, at least maybe potentially we can, if he doesn't want to intend to move north, or we still enlist his aid, but we'll have to see.
He'll like nod. Like I said, I'll get my men prepared. I would still urge you to. Terran is. Well, I suppose should be informed of this. As well, unfortunately for you, Fergus Kuzlin and his knights do walk out and kind of just push themselves through the crowd.
What are they doing?
Anissa, you will follow Fergus as you are in fact seeing a large contingent of elves and chastened. You've never seen these many armed elves in a single place in your life. You didn't think this was even possible. As Fergus is just gonna approach, obviously the leader.
Who is that, Grunt? Who is that? The
Well,
obvious leader here.
He is walking up to Idalia. Surely this like crippled young boy doesn't. Who the probably one of
Well,
the
Harper
refugees.
left already, right?
No,
Harper already
he's
left,
not
right?
like he's like walking away from you, but he's not like left looking area.
Ah,
But again, Fergus is like crippled. Like this is probably a refugee guy. Look at him. Wears shit clothes, limps, is like meek and weaker. Fine. It's she's clearly leading the elves. I guess this is an elven takeover. He is in fact approaching you. It's like very confidently.
yeah. She approaches him, probably with a bit of a smile. Hello. How I seem to be a bit upset here.
No, my name is Fergus Kuzlin. I can't help but notice the horses you bring with you, lady.
My name is Adalia. At the very least, your name is very well known to me, or at least your family's name. I do apologize for. They seem to have gone through a lot of hardships as well, during Ostagar.
He like kind of like like he was gonna continue, but like stops. Wait, you know, I haven't been able to get any news about my.
Yes, at the very least, well, it's been some time, but I've heard most of it grave. I can tell you everything I know if you wish to sit down and chat about it.
No, the army was defeated. We know the king's dead, but my father wasn't. Nobody knows anything about him.
Grunt, I remember Adalia learned a bunch of stuff about rumors and such. Did she learn about the Kuzlin situation at all? I thought she did, but I may be...
No.
Okay.
So how would be like, what? What situation?
Keep that thing on lock. Gotcha. There have not been much news about Herr Highever, my lord. Outside of the reactions of many of the lords of the south.
So no, actually, I will say something. Like the
Yeah.
the only quote unquote Kuzlans. You would have seen like some Kuzlan soldiers like walking back with Loghain, because
Yeah.
most of the actual Kuzlan force was with Loghain, not in the swamps. So I guess you saw them going back with the army north.
And outside of a few, well, those who are your soldiers who survived Ostagar, who followed the Terrans back to Dinnerim, that's really as far as I know. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you more.
All right. It's me and my father was most likely among them. Hopefully.
Let's pray to the Maker that he is. If nothing else, if you and your people are alive, that's still something to be celebrated. If I know we can't make accommodations as what you had back at your home, but we can make sure that you are comfortable. And if it may be all right for me to boldly ask for your assistance in the coming days.
Yeah, secure an advantage.
Gotcha.
Either use wits or heart. You can use heart for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say, suppose I can spare a few days, most a week.
If nothing else, we have rations and we can prepare for you for your journey, whatever direction you wish to go, to make sure you get there safely.
No need to spare us any rations. It's just that I'm concerned about my wife, my child. Need to get word out to them that I am alive.
Of course, of course. We've only come here to help, and whatever that may mean. So please, don't hesitate
I
to...
will have to
take
ask
what we
how. Where did you appear?
I am from Wolverton, originally. My lord he's a interesting one.
I will say this:
He's,
no, Harbert is watching this entire exchange. He stopped. He's watching this. He seems very amused, but he's not saying anything. He's letting you actually take over.
I gotcha. She said, I come from Wolverton. At the very least, my lord has thought fit to ensure that we do the best we can to help each other for the coming days. I'm sure you would find him an interesting one.
Like looks at the elves in the background organizing. Must be indeed quite the character. Well,
At the very least.
this is Anissa. She is my second in command of my knights. All 6
Hello.
of them.
Lovely to meet all of you, and it's an honor to meet those who survive Ostagar.
Nice to meet you as well, Idalia.
I'll speak up. We were ambushed while scouting. We even missed the main battle. Got helped by of the village folk, some of the swamp folk.
Oh, and it is a miracle, nothing else, that you survive.
Suppose everyone gets lucky at least a couple of times in their lives.
And I think the people will need your guidance to come as well. Many of the lords have abandoned their duties.
He like sighs and nods, says, "Well, unfortunately, There are more cowards than brave men in this land. Shame. I've seen the Darkspawn in the field. I don't blame them too much.
Have you had engagements with the Darkspawn, blade to blade and all that?
Still nod.
Then I ask for your wisdom as well. I only have stories and rumors to go off on. If I can get some actual accounts for someone who's actually fought a Darkspawn, I think they'll be a boon, especially for my people, for our people. She kind of looks back a little bit at at the army before looking back at Fergus.
Glance at Anissa and say, I think we can give them a few tips and tricks, I suppose.
She's gonna smile. I am sure.
Then come. It may not be a luxury buffet, but at the very least we have food and rations. As long as we work will need to be continued, but talk can still go on as well.
This get a bit undercut as you hear like a low growl. Anissa, your Mabari hound is growling at a different Mabari hound that's next to this young man. Stop him if you want, unless you...
Yes, she will go after him. Stop it, Cooper. Let's go.
He'll follow reluctantly. But definitely a bit weird, he's never done that.
She's gonna step away a few steps and
The other
gonna-
dog seems very composed and ignorant.
great. Is there anyone near the other hound?
Yes, you
The-
see this. You see the young man sort of leaning on a cane. Well, his clothes are a bit dirty from the road. They're a bit messy. He was clearly like watching Fergus and Idalia's entire conversation.
She's gonna approach him. I'm so sorry, he never did that before.
It's quite all right. Now, Mabari are perceptive. Well, he did just walk in with a small fighting force.
You surely did. It's impressive. Gathering so many people and having them march all over here.
Follow is that they believe in. Sometimes they will follow even those that they don't. The situation is dire enough.
We surely live in dire times. May I ask a name?
It's Hartpert. Hartpert Winter.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Likewise.
So you got any plans? You gonna stay here? Or...
There are a lot of paperwork done. Rations we brought with us need to be properly allocated. I'll have a few busy nights.
I see. Paperwork's not really an expertise of mine. I wish you luck, though.
So I do appreciate if you and your lord help out Dahlia. If we are to fight the Darkspawn, the elves could benefit from fighting expertise.
Of course, I mean, from what I gathered, we'll stay a couple of days. And why not use the time to train some people?
Will nod. Appreciate it. He'll begin to slowly make his way towards the keep.
You're just gonna make her way back to Fergus.
Yeah, listen. Fergus kind of like glances at him like, what was that about?
Oh, Cooper here just misbehaved and met a friend on the way, I guess. His name's... He's Lord Winter.
Who's that?
I mean, he's with the group. His name's Halbert.
Yeah, I get the feeling he doesn't. I think he knows the politics of this fucking area. This is. I'm not sure if Dahlia, if you want to like step in and illuminate this buffoon, but that's up to you.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the part of the conversation. She would step in and apologies. That was my lord. Lord Winters is the ruler of Wolverton.
Oh. Oh, that guy. Huh.
I assure you, what he lacks in physical powers, he has in intelligence and strategy. This only has come together based on his knowledge and his ambition, at the very least, or stubbornness, if you want to look at it that way.
I will have to take word for it. You know him better than I do.
At the very least, this doesn't change the fact that I do wish to have your knowledge, not knowledge, sorry, would wish to have that chat. And no matter how long your people are here, we will ensure everyone's comfort as best we can.
He'll nod. Yes, of course. Must work together. Do our best.
I hope to make this at the very least a comfortable compromise. It seems local enchantress isn't too happy, but we will help them regardless if they seem to dislike it or not.
Yeah. He'll nod. Completely oblivious to any conflict.
Oh God.
Sorry, Fergus is a man of action.
Yes.
Politics and what the fuck is this? Why would there be conflict? The Darkspawn are upon us. Surely we will all work together.
You know what? You're right, Fergus. Why would there be conflict? Surely there won't be other quest lines you have to do to make sure they agree to work with you in the future. Why would that ever happen?
Yeah. It
Listen,
would be that easy.
yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything you want to do or like have a conversation about. You two or Theodore.
Is Theodore back, or he went off to go talk to the mother at the very least?
I think
He's a problem.
I was gonna say
He's on the way.
He was with Brian. He didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, Adalia would turn to them. If nothing else, I said I do intend to help Sir Theodore, and I'm sorry I didn't catch your name.
Sir Brian.
Sir Brian. If you could direct me to those who are in need of assistance, or those I can talk to ensure I can get to those in need the quickest.
He'll nod. Well, it's late now, but I will early in the morning. We'll get started on everything.
Very well. I'll send word out to those as well. So, if anyone else needs help, regardless of the time and place.
He'll nod. You are aware, though, with all due respect, that people will have complaints and might not be as grateful as you would expect them to be in this situation.
I understand. I am not here for accolades, my lord. The Darkstar are possibly upon us. Their king is dead, and we have very little to survive on right now. I'm here to help. That is all.
I'll say, well, very least I'll have my Templars try to maintain order. Riots don't break out.
I thank you. I hope common sense will take over emotional responses right now. And I hope your mother as well will come around to it. Her
He grimaces at that.
I'm feeling like it shakes it.
her corporation would have made things a lot easier for the people and us to engage with each other, but regardless, I'll make do with what I have.
Well,
I
nod.
thought pride would be the one sin the Chantry wouldn't fall for. But I
Suppose
that even the
everyone,
best-
everyone at your court is a philosopher.
There's very little at our court, my lord. There's just survival. Maybe those on top seem to forget what it's like to be at the bottom.
Well, I won't debate you right now, but I will keep to my word at the very least.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brian's just gonna head back to like start preparing his men for the morning fucking chaos.
Yeah. Honestly, yes, I think Firo also like be there to organize because he also has 5 additional men. We need every man on deck for this operation.
Yeah. Listen, everyone else, I suppose if there's anything else you want to do for well, I push things along a bit.
I'm not sure there needs to be a scene, but should reach out to Serana to ask if there's anyone here, or basically look for someone to keep an eye on things, or because I assume she can move stealthily, or if she can find someone who can move stealthily amongst the people.
Listen, bring her up.
Mm.
So, like, sorry, not no can do. I have a lot of things on my plate right now.
I see. And may I ask exactly what those are?
No, just business. Me and my birds will be a bit occupied in the coming days, so you'll have to rely on your own. Don't worry. I think with the Templars, the Knights, and the rest of our folk should be fine. Safe.
Very well. I can only ask just how much mischief is this going to cost of your business?
Listen, she smiles. Both have our orders.
I see. Well, be careful, Serana. I know you may not need it, but I do worry about everyone else when they go out to do business and such.
Considering what I'm about to do, this is an experience of a lifetime. I'm either die in like 2 days, or God, I'll be able to write a book or something.
Well, it will be an interesting read. I'm sure it'll sell cover to cover. Be
But
careful, Serana.
I will be out of town. My songbirds will still be here, but like I said, unless it's a really dire emergency, they will be otherwise preoccupied. Although Lord Heartbird is meeting with some interesting people. Not sure
Oh?
if you've apparently Earl wasn't the only mage in town.
I wouldn't be surprised. This place is remote, and as long as you know how to hide, you can avoid many of the eyes of the Chantry.
I think there's a reason why their farmstead is a bit out of sight. Listen, you helped her. Things go poorly, surely you can fly on their aid. She has 2 more siblings and lives with their mother as well.
Well, I would hope to protect them and the other way around, but that is a comforting thought.
Well, one of them looks like a strong lad, and I don't think that sword was just for show.
That's good then. Another fighting force. Someone to add to the fighting force. Very well. Thank you, Serana.
Nonsense. Take care of yourself. See you in like a day or 2.
Take care.
Hopefully. Boxing. Yeah, no. In the coming morning, she will be gone. So will be Harper. Like Harper will tell people that yeah, I'm doing paperwork as he like leaves.
In the woods. Don't look. Don't follow me.
Him, Serana, and the Mabari just leave in the night.
Honestly, I'm more sure that she's not just going alone. I don't know what it is, but I'm happy he has at least some backup or a guard.
Yes. So yeah. Is there anything you want to do? Any conversations you would like to have?
Not that I can think of here, outside of course, like ensuring that she talks to Fergus and making sure the political stuff
So-
going on.
Yes, listen. The next day will dawn upon you. Hartbird will leave you a couple of notes to like have like some guidance that you have to take care of. First of all, no, it's this greedy merchant, this fuck, repossess him and redistribute everything he had.
We'll do, Harper. We'll do.
We listen. This guy's fleecing off the fucking locals. Just fucking take his stuff, give it for free. People will like you. The other merchants will appreciate you taking out their competition, as
Of
they
course, of course.
establish proper shops here with like reasonable prices, not these absurdly inflated things. Of course, the guy will protest, and you will just kick his ass out of town.
Either you agree, or we could just leave you out there to die in the woods.
Yes. Sir, if we have soldiers, you do not. Tensions are definitely on high, but with Sir Brian's and Sir Theodore's Templars out and patrolling and sort of making sure people know what the fuck is going on. There is a bit more order, and you know, Fergus and Anissa were very quick to jump to help you, give you fighting tips and train a bit with some of the men you have, some of the troops. As you know, seeing the Kuzlans train with the elves does bring good PR to you. Kuzlans are
Nice.
very well regarded. It's so nice of them that they volunteered for this operation.
I do appreciate his wisdom. Is far beyond understanding. He understands the bigger
This
picture.
man's a complete, but he's the well-intentioned. As meanwhile, yes, Theodore, you will be able to notice that. God, are things like messy and tense. So, Theodore, why don't you give me a secure advantage with wits? Patrolling this place will be a nightmare. Town has been now like suddenly flooded with soldiers. People are discontent. Merchants moving in, putting supply. It's a mess. Mac, are you here? Have I lost Mac?
Oh no, I'm still here.
Hold me advantage.
Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry, I was talking. Pardon me. Okay, seven is momentum. Maybe I can burn and turn into a strong hit.
The 9-9. There.
This is bullshit. I hate it.
9-7 comes in. Listen. It's a lot, Theodore. It's a lot, and at the very least, no like actual fighting breaks. There's a couple of brawls you have to like stop and intervene. There's a couple of people picking fights with elves that you have to like sort of like have a very improvised sort of jail cell where you have to throw them all.
I'm sure there's a couple ones outside this town that we can use. They're just empty right now.
Yeah, and ironically, there's like houses you can store them in. As oh, listen, it's a bit of a mess. There's Theodore. You, after like the second day, walking back, Andrew, it's late at night. You are, in fact, tired, ready to just kind of head to sleep. As smoke rising from the chantry itself, as people are like rushing around in panic. As you approach and you see Sir Bryant like coordinating efforts to extinguish a fire, it seems. As people are running with buckets of water from the nearby well to just kind of and douse the flames. Presume you're gonna try and help as well, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah, naturally.
Is it your advantage with the edge?
Wonderful. My +1.
Well, surely we'll see. If you miss
You're not
again,
with edge?
I'll laugh my ass off.
All right, let's see. It's a +1. I'll probably miss.
Believe.
Can't miss everything. See, there's a weak hit.
Yeah. You're just tired, man.
Eventually, I'll use my momentum. Eventually, I'll be able to burn it at +8 at this point.
As you rush, and it's a mess, but managed to at least like not let the entire building burn. It seems that it is just not really sure what started, but as you've managed to eventually put it out throughout the night. Dahlia, you'd have also been warned about this. As
Oh dear.
yeah, it's such a shame. It's fine though. As well, Theodore, with your expert intervention, you managed to help a couple of people out of the church. Fortunately, as the incident ends, the crisis ends, and you're able to count heads. Only a few people, a couple of brothers and sisters that were inside, died from smoke inhalation, but tragedy does hit you. Your mother herself has perished. Sir Bryant is just devastated. He'll like go rest, Theodore. Prepare a small ceremony for her tomorrow. Damn, the silence.
I'm sorry, did you say something? I was pardon me. I had to argue. I had to organize a different relief effort.
Well,
this
what's
is
the
our-
last thing you heard me, Max, say? No, you
I
can
heard
always
that
type BRB when you're not here, so I don't talk
yeah,
alone.
pardon. Yeah. I was listening there. I heard that Sir Brian is devastated, but I'm not sure what he said direct to Theodore.
He
I
said,
heard
like,
he's devastated.
you can go and rest. I'll prepare the bodies tomorrow for a small funeral ceremony.
Theodore say I can make a preserve us all.
Truly, these are the darkest times we live.
Theodore has suspicions. First a demon possession, now a coincidence with fire. Listen, he doesn't want to burden Sir Brian now with the news from his town, but there might be a bit more. And also, someone stole a thing.
Well, listen, this
Listen, we
time,
might-
luckily, no one stole delirium this time.
They already have all they need.
Don't need any more.
Listen. Brian doesn't. Theodore doesn't know the truth, but he thinks. Listen, for now, he will not approach Brian about this, but he'll be thinking to himself, "Is there a demon ring fucking with us right now? Is there a demon running around, funnily cackling?"
Dahlia, news would hit you as well that several people died in the fire. The Chantry is still gonna be able to left standing, be able to repair it, but the revered mother unfortunately passed away.
Oh, well, she would act accordingly, of course. Try to send out help at the very least and go to Sir Brian and the rest to give her condolences for their loss. This is devastating.
Yeah, listen. Third day, you're here. We'll be able to. People will come together for the funeral of the ones that passed. As well, it's a solemn moment. One of the sisters will say a prayer for the departed. Not sure if anyone has any conversations they want to have around here or anything they want to do specifically.
I can wait for someone else, of course, but Dahlia would reach out to Sir Brian to ask if they need some help, because I think how much of the Chantry is actually livable right now with the whole smoke and fire and
Well, they have to
destruction.
clear the
and get
debris,
up.
so I'm gonna take them like a day or two to get back up in shape.
Yeah, and if anyone still is in danger because of smoke inhalation or sickness or whatever like that, she would offer aid and help for that, of course, for him.
Listen, Theodore will approach us, and we need to convince the funny timeline, the funny conclusions for Liliana. So he will ask to speak with Sir Brian on his own. That's a lot of coincidences.
Yeah, he'll meet you. Something wrong?
Yes, I believe the dark. I want to warn you. I didn't want to. But part of me, part of it was a shame from. I didn't want to explain it. Some events that happened in Wolverton, but I believe we might be doing something beyond Darkspawn. In Wolverton, our revered mother was. Actually, I'm not sure if she was possessed.
Like, what?
You will not.
Happened?
And a dead. Sigismund Winter was assassinated. He died until he began to walk again. He was a clear undead there. He was next to her, and she explained how, and young lady Laura explained how the Maker spoke to her.
No, this
I
is
was-
this is a possession and not just the adult mind of a woman.
Well, actually, I have a. It might have well been. I don't think it might be something else because, well, that young Sigismund Winter was in fact he came back from the dead, and he was in fact a undead, and she said she revived him.
Would be lying. Could have been deceived.
Yes, Fido actually agree. I agree. There might, and with this, with this tragedy, there might be someone else working. Perhaps she was some mage or something tricked her. Perhaps even a Maleficar. Another a chantry burns and the revered mother dies. Another one. I think we need to keep our wits about us, and
Think so too.
I do not think it was possession. I think she was tricked by something or someone. Perhaps even she was a.
Elf. The one that's always by our lord's side, isn't she? Like she's taken control at this. Built an army of her own people. Perhaps she? Pulling his strings? The puppet?
Theodore would actually say. She would actually shake his head, actually. No, if any, maybe I don't think she is the one pulling his puppet. Trust me,
Why not? Blood mages
just say-
are subtle, devious. Who else gains so much from this?
He will actually pass. Certainly not impossible, but
Sense? No. Makes sense why the Lord is not moving north. It makes sense why he's doing the bizarre and reckless, insane political maneuvers. Stands to
But-
gain very little. But
from
if someone
just-
else is behind him, pulling his strings as well. I've never seen these many armed elves in my life, Sir Theodore.
Yeah.
Chastened. I'm used to chastened warriors. Maybe not so many, same place and so organized, but they used to that. Army of elves?
I would just say, I'm not exactly I'm not a studied enchanter, but it's just I think the elven decision mostly stemmed from Harpert himself, and as Adalia is from.
I would like to hear a rationale for that.
I agree there is something suspicious going on, but I don't think it's Adalia.
Why? Select stops. Answers. Alright.
And such, and I'm familiar with Maleficar's manipulation and who Arcane means, but from everything I've seen,
Why don't
it's mostly stemmed from Harpert.
I see? Well, I suppose then we should keep our wits about us.
We should act very careful. And he was very sacrilegious, let's just say. He made many comments. See, the implication, I think, is clear what Theodore is implying here. But we are very heavily outnumbered.
You'll not.
And I do believe he's waiting to bait us.
Well, I now have more important things to contend with. I'll handle this situation once the Darkspawn threat has been removed.
Theodore will not agree. I think for now the priority should be to survive. Once we report to Denerim, we can perhaps even send a message to Whitespire.
He'll nod. That note, we will be ending the session.